community solar is going to explode next year. This new market is unlocking all of this potential for solar. There's a lot of energy and excitement around that. And it's a relatively complex concept. So I want to jump to that and say how and why. People like Forbes magazine are saying this is the next giant thing that's going to change and revolutionize energy, the way we interact with it and how we have it and how it improves the number of renewables that we have on our local grid. So quick show of hands in the room. Are folks familiar with community shared solar as a concept? And they would know in Massachusetts we've had a few $1 billion of solar already get invested in here in this state. Have folks looked at one of the other community shared solar options that have been made available in the state thus far? Kind of. Okay, so what I should say first before we really get into the weeds is that there's a couple different ways to do community shared solar, and what we're offering to you tonight is something that we're particularly excited about, but this has not been done in Massachusetts. This is a new and unique way of interacting with an off-site shared solar panel that is facilitated through our cooperative. So we are excited to be sharing this as an option. So to quickly go over what community shared solar is, it is technically a solar electric system that provides electricity or virtual net metering credits to electric meters on more than one building. So what this means is that whereas before, and before the last couple of years, we had standard net metering policy, but basically what it meant is that people could put solar on top of their roofs, they could connect it to their electric meter, and they could get credit on their bills for everything that their roof was able to produce. And that is net metering policy, and so if the sun was shining and they weren't at the house, they weren't using electricity, the utility would say, even though you're not there using that electron right when it's made, we're going to still credit you for it and pay you for it. Now, what community shared solar is virtual net metering. So what it means is that the utility pays customers for each electron and kilowatt hour that they produce on one larger solar array, and then we are able to divide up that value amongst a number of community members so that you see it on your electric bill each month. Thus, the value that is created by a shared solar array in one location can be realized by a number of people all in their same area.
Excuse me, in other words, this is like a community solar farm for the members that are involved. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly right. So if we were all part of a community solar array here, this 20 folks in the room, we would be able to build one array, place it somewhere in the area that we all operate in. I'm going to talk about how you define that area in a second. But assuming we all have the same utility account, that utility is able to divide up the value amongst all of us, and we're able to tell them how to do that. Does that answer your question?
Yep.